Okay guys, we are back with this 04 Silverado. I have now changed all the plug wires that I got from Amazon. We're going to try this thing right now. Okay, I got it hooked to this Foxwell code reader. The check engine light is still on. Of course, we just started this. Initially, so far, it still feels like it's got that miss in it. I'm gonna go ahead and read it. Yeah, it's still got a miss in it. Okay. I'm gonna do that, yes. Read codes, pending codes. P0161 is a, try and focus this, I'm sorry. Is the O2 sensor. And the P0300 is we're still a random misfire cylinder. It's a random / multiple cylinder misfire. Those are the two codes. Those are the two codes that are showing up right there. So what I'm going to do, go back. I'm going to erase the codes, and that in turn will turn off the check engine light. Okay, so check engine light's out. I erased the codes. So I'll let it run a little bit. It still feels like it's got a miss, like it's shaking. Give it a little bit of gas with my hand. I bet you 10 to 1 that check engine light comes back on again here shortly. It's still showing yellow down here, like there's a problem. Of course, that could be that O2 sensor. I don't know if the O2 sensor can cause a misfire like this or not. And here we go, it's beeping again. I'm going to go ahead and read codes. Let's go back. O2 sensor, come back up. So far, just the O2 sensor is back up. The random misfire hasn't come up yet, but I think it will. You can't see it on video, but the truck is kind of has a little bit of a shake to it, like there's a miss in it somewhere. So far, that code hasn't come back up, and the check engine light is still off. So I'll tell you what, let me give it some more gas. Beeping again at me. Check engine light hasn't come back on yet. This thing needs to run a little bit. I'll get up here in the seat. This thing needs to run a little bit more. Kind of see where we're at. And there's the light flashing again. So we still have that random misfire. That's what that means when that check engine light flashes on one of these Chevy Silverados. You still have a misfire in it someplace. So what we're going to do now, I get this to focus. Go ahead and read the codes again. We'll go to pending codes. Random misfires back. So the plug wires were not the problem. It's got new spark plugs, new plug wires. So what we'll have to do now, yeah, it's showing me, yeah, I know. So what we're going to have to do now with this thing is go pull the coils off that old truck that was good when it ran. I know we're good. And then see if that fixes the problem. If not, like I said, we'll move on to the fuel injectors. If that doesn't work, actually, you know what? We'll move on to the mass airflow sensor. Then we'll try coils. And then fuel injectors. So then we'll go from there and see what happens. If that doesn't work, then we'll have to maybe ask a mechanic or maybe do some more research and see what's going on with this thing. So 04 Silverado, we got it in an auction, 192,000 miles on it. It's showing a P0300 code, which is a random misfire. When we got the truck, the catalytic converters were stolen. One of the oxygen sensors wires were cut. So I'm not sure if that could cause a random misfire or not. I need to do some more research on that. We've changed spark plugs and plug wires. Still has the misfire. So what we'll do next is go to the parts truck we have out here, put a mass airflow sensor in it, clean that mass airflow sensor, put that in, and then we'll go ahead and if that doesn't work, we'll change coils. If the coils don't work, we'll go ahead and change fuel injectors. After that, I'm not sure. I'll have to do some more research and find out what exactly could be going on with this thing, if it really is the OT sensor that's doing this. I don't know really what to do except have to get new exhaust to put on this, maybe. If that's the case, that'll be down the road. Those are pretty expensive. Also, we have a transfer case problem with this truck. Every time I put it in four-wheel drive, it's like somebody taking a sledgehammer and slamming the bottom of this truck. It's coming from the transfer case. So what I did, I didn't have it on video, but what I did was I had it up on the lift at my work and pulled the drain plug off of that transfer case. It barely had anything in it. So the transfer case is 99.99% sure it's shot. So I got the numbers off the plate off the back. We'll have to go and see if a salvage company has it, or maybe see if I got something around here that might work for it. But you have to match those serial numbers up or it won't work. This is the four-wheel drive on the floor, so you can't use that of a push button four-wheel drive, so I can't use the parts truck I talked about. I do have another truck that I was kind of debating on keeping or junking. I think what I'm going to do is junk it, and that has a four-wheel drive on the floor. I have to match up the numbers, see if they work. If they don't, can't use it. I'll have to call around and see if a salvage company has one for me. So that's on the back burner right now, because those things are pretty expensive. I've seen them online anywhere from $500 to $1,000 used. So, but if you like this video, please like it, subscribe it, share if you've had, please a comment if you had a Chevy Silverado with this issue going on. Is it an O2 sensor? What could it be? Let me know. So I'll get back to you as soon as I figure something else out, as soon as we get going on this. I have a few other things going on now that this is probably going to get pushed back a few days, 5-6 days, a week, or maybe even 2 weeks. So we'll just have to go from there.